Okay, listen. You ever see that one kid in class who barely studies but somehow aces every test? Like, are they even human? Are they hacking the school system? What's their secret? Well, today, I'm about to spill all the secrets on how to study so fast, so efficiently, that it literally feels illegal. And no, this isn't some basic highlight your notes type of advice. We're talking brain hacks, efficiency tricks, and scientific techniques that will make you retain information like a genius in half the time. Ready? Let's go. First, we gotta talk about the biggest study trap that's keeping you slow. Because most people, they study wrong. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You sit down to study, open your book, maybe highlight a few lines, reread the same paragraph 5 times, scroll on your phone for a quick break, and then, oh wow, 2 hours are gone, and you remember nothing. Sound familiar? That's because your brain isn't engaged. Passive studying doesn't work. We need to flip the script and make studying active. Alright, here's the plan. We're about to break studying into 3 ridiculously effective steps. 1. The focus hack, how to lock in and study without distractions. The speed method, techniques to absorb information faster than ever. The retention trick, how to make what you learned stick like glue. And don't worry, I'll explain these in a way that actually makes sense. No boring science talk, just straight up hacks you can use today. First, let's fix your focus. Because if you can't focus, you can't learn. And the fastest way to fix that? The 20-second rule. Here's the deal, your brain is lazy. It always takes the easiest route. If your phone is right next to you, your brain will check it. If Netflix is 1 click away, you will open it. But if you make distractions 20 seconds harder to reach, your brain is too lazy to bother. So, put your phone in another room. Block websites before you start. Use an actual timer for study sprints. Try it once, I promise you, you'll feel like you've unlocked a cheat code. Okay, we've just scratched the surface. We've tackled focus, but now it's time for the speed techniques, how to process information so fast that it feels unreal. And trust me, once you try this, you'll never study the same way again. So, keep watching because next up, I'm dropping the ultimate speed study hack that's going to change the game. Alright, now that we've hacked your focus, it's time for the real game changer, speed studying. This is where things start feeling almost illegal because once you use these tricks, you'll be absorbing information so fast it's like you have a photographic memory. So, let me introduce you to the blurting technique. This one is a favorite among top students and memory champions, and once you use it, you'll never go back to passive reading. Here's how it works. Instead of passively reading and hoping the information sticks, you force your brain to recall the material. Read a section of your notes or textbook, not the whole chapter, just a small chunk. Close your book and write down everything you remember, without looking. Check back and fill in the gaps. This works because your brain actually learns when it struggles to recall information. Rereading is too easy, you feel like you're learning, but you're not. But when you pull information out of your brain, you force it to make stronger connections. That's why this trick helps you remember way faster. Now, let's talk about a mistake everyone makes, trying to memorize everything. That's a one-way ticket to stress and burnout. Instead, we're gonna use the 80-20th rule. The idea is simple, 80% of your exam questions come from just 20% of the material. So instead of drowning in notes, you focus on the high-impact concepts, definitions, formulas, key arguments, and recurring themes. How do you find that 20%? Look at past exams or quizzes. Teachers love repeating questions. Pay attention to what your professor emphasizes in class. Use practice tests, they expose the real important stuff. This method saves you hours because you stop wasting time on low-impact details. Alright, so you're locked in, you're studying fast, but how do you make sure you don't forget everything in 24 hours? Enter the Feynman technique. This method is stupidly simple but insanely effective. If you can't explain it in plain English, you don't really know it. Here's how you do it. 1. Take a concept you just learned and pretend you're teaching it to a 5-year-old. No fancy words, no technical jargon, just plain, simple terms. If you get stuck, go back and relearn that part. Simplify it even more until it's crystal clear. This technique forces your brain to process information deeply instead of just recognizing it. And trust me, once you can explain something to a friend, or even a plant in your room, you own that knowledge. One last trick before you go, because if you really want to remember stuff fast, you need memory stacking. This is all about using your brain's natural way of remembering things, association. Here's how to do it. Use mnemonics. Need to memorize a list? Make a weird, funny acronym. Attach emotions. We remember things better when they have meaning, so link facts to personal stories or vivid images. Use spaced repetition. Don't cram, review your notes in short, spaced-out sessions. Apps like Anki or Quizlet make this stupidly easy. If you start stacking these techniques together, your brain won't just remember, it'll lock that information in forever. And there you have it, study so fast, it feels illegal. With these hacks, you'll be absorbing information in half the time and remembering way more than ever before. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these tricks are you going to try first? Drop a comment below and let's talk. And if you want more brain-boosting hacks, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because the next video, we're diving into how to focus like a productivity machine. You don't want to miss it. Alright, go crush your studying.